Hey, good morning. Alexandria Adams here with Joylyn Bukovac inside of the WSMV4 Now studio. And this morning, some pretty major news, Joylyn, I would say. Something we've been talking about months now is the Belle Meade Plaza getting this makeover. Council has approved it. Can you break down what's next? What happened last night during the council meeting?
Yeah, definitely big news, and it's impacting a lot of people. So last night, council members, they passed a bill that would rezone the Belle Meade Plaza, and we'll show you. This is the plaza that we're talking about here. It has Kroger, as well as some other restaurants and shops. And not everyone is in favor of this redevelopment of this busy area here in shopping center. It'll completely transform the shopping complex in the Harding Pike corridor. That's one of Nashville's busiest corridors. And I'll show you the vision behind this project. So developer AJ Capital, they want to turn the shopping area into a high-rise apartment housing up to about 380 families, and then also a hotel that will house many people as well. There'll be some shops. They want a shopping area to be built there with a green space for people in the community can come by and
you're seeing kind of this a lot across all pockets, even outside of Nashville. We were talking about this just a few weeks ago. So this is kind of one of those things that as time goes on, you're going to see more developments like this mixed use space pop up.
Oh, definitely. And building upwards as well. There is a cap on the height of the apartments that won't be any higher than the highest building in the area. So it's not going to be like this huge apartment complex towering over everything else. But yes, you're definitely seeing more and more of mixed use complexes like this pop up, especially some places. I think a lot of people want a pretty place to go and just relax and walk, because that's something that we heard a lot during this long discussion that they had yesterday. They really want this to be an accessible place for people, especially neighbors that live in the area. Whenever I was out there at the complex this morning, I saw several joggers, and it's probably pretty tough. There's not many sidewalks in the area, and I'm sure it's tough to maneuver if you're living in the area. There's some neighborhoods nearby. This is going to be a great place to come by and walk, and take your dogs for a walk with this green space and all of that.
Yeah, it's that work play concept again that you see so often in so many pockets of Nashville, and again beyond Nashville. So again, you're talking about condos, apartments, really just a lot of things going in. And it's kind of hard to, you see the renderings, but this is going to be something they're going to be working on for years. Is there an estimated time when they're going to start doing all this stuff, or what's the next step to get the ball rolling?
Yeah, next, they really want more studies to be done, because this is a very busy area. If you've ever been along Harding Pike, especially during rush hour, you are stopped at those lights for quite a while. And so that is a big concern people have right now, and something that council members and NDOT are working on. And actually, this developer, part of this plan is that the developer has to give $1 million to NDOT to help with different projects in the area. That does include some traffic flow studies and traffic calming studies as well. That also includes some money to go towards changing up the intersections and traffic lights, something that will be necessary when you're adding hundreds of people in this area that's already pretty congested. And also something else that they're trying to look into is, where should these sidewalks go? That's something that we've been talking about all over Nashville, making it more pedestrian friendly. And so that was a big talker yesterday. How do we connect the nearby greenways and make this a very accessible place, especially for pedestrians and people that live in nearby neighborhoods?
Yeah, and again, if you're just now joining us, we are going over the new Belle Meade Plaza that has since gotten approval from Metro Council last night. And Joylyn, can you kind of break down the vote? Obviously them getting this okay to go ahead and do this.
Yeah, so 28 people, they voted for this. One council member voted against it, and a very big concern, again, is parking being an issue. The developer said that they will make the buildings a little bit smaller to make room for additional parking and some more parking. And there's going to be parking for people of at least 90 minutes. So you can really come in, shop, and walk around if you'd like. That was part of the plan that they voted on yesterday. And so we can actually show you some sound of that one council member who did vote against this plan and what he's concerned about.
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll that for you.
If you're living in the immediate area, Belle Meade, West Meade, Hillwood, any place in the area, there's no other place to get there but drive. And within the spirit of trying to create some mobility and extended mobility, we're trying to get a sidewalk that would extend out into the neighborhood. And I moved that. I know there's some legal issues, but the reality is we're just trying to find a space where we say we have multi-mobility, where we really don't. This would give us one place of mobility.
And so you just heard from that council member who voted against this plan, but it did pass. So Belle Meade Plaza will be getting a makeover,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a very, very large project. There's still some things that they're working to iron out as far as making changes to the traffic lights in the area and make it so that traffic flows the best that it can when hundreds of more people are going to be in the center of the Harding Pike corridor, one of the busiest in the city.
I mean, it's busy all over the city. We're getting new people obviously moving in here every day, so something like this going to draw even more attention to that area of town. One thing to note, I know the developer AJ Capital, they said that all existing leases are being honored. So that's just something to add in there. They said that no one will be kicked out. All existing leases are being honored. So this obviously a long process. Is there any sort of time stamp of when they may have some construction going on over there?
Yeah, that's something that I've been looking for. I've been on their website seeing if they're going to release, okay, this is when we can expect to see
something like this
construction. Yes, before we see this beautiful vision that they have in store. But really, yeah, so we're waiting on that. I'm sure this will take some time to build all these buildings, to house these shops, to house these new families that will be moving in. Some people are saying it's great to have some more options as far as living here in the city. But again, some people are very concerned about the traffic because it is a very, very busy area already. And if you think about adding hundreds of people and hundreds of families living in that space, it's going to draw a lot more traffic and parking. They're going to need some more parking as well. But again, that developer said that they will make the buildings a little bit smaller to kind of pull back and make some room for additional parking to try to ease with that. But a lot of the council members that were in favor, again, 28 of them gave their stamp of approval last night. A lot of them are saying that, you know, this complex has been in the community for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And some of the people who've grown up in the area, you know, some of the token natives like you, they've said that they have actually found a way to walk from their homes to that shopping complex, even though there's really no sidewalks at this time that really lead to Belle Meade Plaza. They're saying it's necessary, well, it's something that you can do is walk there. And then also some people that have been working in the area, there are some office spaces. If you've been down in West Nashville, there's some office spaces down by Belle Meade Plaza.
Oh yeah, right across the road. And
some of those people have said that they take their lunch breaks and they walk across, and they said that they feel fine walking without sidewalks even. But there is a big focus across Nashville to really tighten up safety for pedestrians.
Yeah.
So it's something that they're taking very seriously, and DOT will continue to be looking into this with the $1 million that they're getting from these developers to do these traffic flow studies and really see, okay, where are our pain points right here? What might be made even worse once we add these apartments and families start moving in, and how do we get ahead of that? So this is something that this project will be helping them do, you know, figure out solutions and pinpoint pain points that we have already, so that they can get ahead of even more problems.
Right. I mean, yeah, you're seeing these renderings right now. Again, if you're just now joining us, Belle Meade Plaza in Nashville, right along that White Bridge Harding Pike area. A very busy road, but this is what it could look like in the next few years. Again, no exact timestamp of when that construction process is going to start happening, but Joylyn Bukovac on top of it, sharing something that we've been talking about for months now. I think, you know, there's obviously some opposition with anything that's new, but it looks as though Metro Council has said, we're going to do this, we're going to make it happen. I really appreciate you stopping by and breaking down this story, Joylyn, and I know you're going to stay on top of this. We're going to stay on top of this story as a whole. A lot of people want to see it, some people don't, so we're gonna continue to get all of the story. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.